'Twas the month of Christmas, and everyone was full of glee, for there were so many amazing video games beneath the Christmas tree. There was Concord and Suicide Squad and Skull and Bones. Jesus Christ, let's start again. 'Twas but 2 days into January when he settled the rumour. Yandere Dev tried to explain how he wasn't No! Look, there's no escaping the industry began in 2024 without cheer. Layoffs had already broke records by February, worse than the same time last year. Unity, Microsoft, Sony, Ubisoft, Switch, Supermassive Games, Sega America, EA, Take-Two, Sumo Digital, Square Enix, Humble Bundle, Activision Blizzard, Bungie. That's only a few of the biggest names. But Hidetaka Miyazaki reminded everyone what leadership truly meant when he said layoffs aren't his game. The industry officially started exploring AI. Square Enix announced plans to fully embrace. Ubisoft followed by using NPC AI voices to quicken the development pace. Meanwhile, SAG-AFTRA wasn't taking the drivel of AI slop. Voice actors went on strike to protect their rights in video games after the SAG-AFTRA AI agreement flop. Right on time. Unionization came. Bethesda formed the first under Microsoft, a step forward we can all get behind. WoW followed soon after with an impressive feat, a union biggest of its kind. PlayStation users lost access to content they paid for, which called preservation into question. But trust Nintendo to take it one step further with their anti-emulation obsession. Nintendo killed off Yuzu, offering no official alternate plan. They sued Palworld over game mechanic patterns, stifling adaptive innovation for devs where they can. Besides being critically acclaimed, Palworld had other issues to worry about. There was quite a farce. The internet cried out about plagiarism and AI, whose references seemed to be source, my arse. Ubisoft had a tough year since they suggested players should be comfortable not owning their games. Then they shut down the highly successful Prince of Persia studio, which had everyone racking their brains, straining Japanese ties with controversy galore. Delays, shutdowns, investigations. Ubisoft's year was a chore. GOG proved their player first, allowing a library transfer when you pass. Now you can hand down Honey Pop in case anyone needs some tentative puzzle simulation to broaden the mind. As Cyberpunk is finally completed, the devs pushing out their final amend. Game Informer sadly comes to an end. When Rebirth released and Cloud's clothes wouldn't get wet in water, the tinfoil experts couldn't come out sooner, once again proving that these games will eventually turn you into a gooner. But hackers dropped 1 terabyte of cursed Pokemon lore, causing an explosion. But not as much as the one that could happen if you spent a night with Typhlosion. After decades of trying to understand the story through the veil of flowcharts, Steam finally welcomed the beautiful warm world of Kingdom Hearts. Suddenly, like a Christmas miracle, Brackeys returned from game dev purgatory. Unity, as though by decree, dropped their controversial runtime fee. Quicksaw Megascans moved home to Fab, but previously free assets would no longer remain as free. Unreal Engine users bellowed into the void and changed the mind of the powers that be. By the way, you literally have until the end of the year. There is still time. Here's the link. It's also in the description. What are you waiting for? Go! Speaking of Epic, they got investment straight from the House of Mouse. Xbox began releasing games on PlayStation, a thought that once would have sent you to the nut house. Microsoft showed its true colours this year when they closed beloved studios. The staff found out by email. Tango, Arcane, Roundhouse, and more. For many people, this was the final nail. Star Citizen were pushed to work 7 days a week. Trading crunch time for Lou? Sounds a little bleak. Rockstar forced devs back into the office to work on GTA 6's fame. But fans proved once again they have no heart for development pains. Many a thing came to their end the day before. Concord, the Xbox 360 store, the industry eating them up like a gannet. But nothing hit us harder than the end of Sackboy and his Little Big Planet. Elden Ring and Wukong swept in to put our gaming skills to the test, while Eve from Stellar Blade drew our gaze with her massively addictive swordplay. I've heard. Apparently. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Remedy and Annapurna teamed up for Alan Wake and Control Law, but all at Annapurna Interactive resigned after failing to go independent, which really sucks for sure. Pirate Software and Ludwig followed in Donkey's footsteps and formed Off-Brand Games, a video game publisher. Innersoft created Outersloth, video game advice and funding, helping devs no matter how amateur. Summer Games Fest highlighted the creativity of indies, full of innovation and opportunity. SGDQ Speed ran its way to 2.5 million for Doctors Without Borders, bringing together the gaming community. Tom Warren tested the industry's image of video game journalism and studio trust on a technicality, as Activision Blizzard find out people prefer skill-based matchmaking, yet people held on to partiality. Tarkov decided to play with the devil and kill its hardcore fame. Fans walked out, boycotting the game. Marvel Rivals released 2 incredible player counts, nerds piling in en masse, storming in with leading new live service progression models. Overwatch was given a hard pass. The home of game devs alike, itch.io, was besieged and taken down thanks to AI used by Funko Pop. Their registrar took down their domain thanks to Brandshield's regurgitated AI slop. I'm sure we'll all rest easy knowing that thanks to AI, game dev income will come to a stop. As an ex-Bungie director sues Sony for being reputational thieves, it's a bittersweet milestone at PlayStation as Shuhei Yoshida leaves. The year rang out with the Game Awards, where to watch you needed a whole lot of caffeine. DLC and remakes were now open to nominations, probably because new AAA games were few and far between. Cloud, Balatro, Elden Ring, Wukong and Metaphor, each wanting to be on top. But it was the faithful creative platformer Astro Bot that won, proving to be one hell of a bop. But the most important award was that of Game Changer, to the person who made the industry a better place to be. Amir Satvat rose to the challenge, aiding those laid off in finding work. Sounds like the perfect fit to me. Of all the reveals showed off, Akami, The Witcher or Intergalactic, there was one thing that came up again. Out of all the shit in the industry, gamers truly are scared of women. There's no denying this year has been a rollercoaster. It doesn't appear to be getting much better. No matter how much we wish for it, it feels as though it's lost to the ether. But the trick is to support each other, especially the devs making the difference. For it seems when players and indies come together, it creates magnificence. We look to 2025 and ask ourselves, what does it have in store? Well, surely it couldn't possibly be bad as 2024. Right?